Well, just to sort of tie things up, as you were discussing, I suppose, Grant, the other day, a quiet deadline day was signposted, and so it was. So just your review of the whole January then, from your perspective.
Yeah, I think it's been a positive one for us, Andy, to be honest. I think bringing the three players in that we did and the three players that's obviously gone out to play some games is it's been really positive and something we envisaged really at the start of the window of happening. And it's for us now. I'm pleased the window's shut. We can focus on what we need to do for the rest of the season. So the squad obviously all know they're in place now, and we can focus on everything that we need to, and that's the football.
Based on the fact that you never really quite know what can happen, and that somebody might make a bid for one of your top players, and the club can't really afford to turn it down, kind of scenario. How kind of difficult is it to keep everybody fully focused throughout the month, or how disruptive can rumour and all that sort of thing be?
Yeah, look, we try and stay away from it here really, and been fortunate since I've been here. There's not been a lot of rumours, talks, things like that. I think the way we try and do it here, we keep our business in the house and we don't go out singing from the rooftops about X, Y, and Z. It's the way we like to work. I've been in clubs before where players leave on the transfer deadline day, and it's not easy. It happened to me at Hull with Jared Bowen leaving on the last day of the window to West Ham, but it's and you're finding it very, very difficult to replace one of the best wide forwards in the championship at the time. So I've had a lot of ups and downs really in windows. Players brought to me that I didn't really want, and players being sold when I didn't want it to happen, but understood the situation. What's pleasing here at this football club is that the communication's good. We knew exactly what we wanted to do. And we wanted to make sure it was really straightforward for us, that we knew exactly who we wanted to bring in. We worked on them from months prior to the window, and we knew exactly what we wanted to move out to play some football. So I think it's been a really good process for us this window.
With obviously Kyle Hurst is in that scenario where he's playing his football elsewhere for a bit, but he's on a longer contract. So do you see him coming back in the summer and then just competing for his place in the squad?
Yeah, with Kyle, he just needed to play football, really. I think he's picked the right club because he's gone there with Callum Davidson and Barry Nicholson, who I know quite well, who I know will help Kyle in developing. Barry, obviously, I've known for many, many years. My brother played at Rangers with him a long time ago. So I've known Barry for a while. He's a really good coach. I've been at Fleetwood for many years. So he'll look after Kyle up there. It's a good club, Queen's Park. They play at Hampden. They've got a good game on Saturday against my beloved Rangers. So hopefully Hursty has the best game ever and Rangers win. I think it's a good move for him. I think what it does as well, it takes him out of his comfort zone. And I'm not saying he was in a comfort zone, but it just takes him out of 10 minutes from the training ground. For example, he's going to have to go up there in a different league, find a way to be effective, which we know he can be. At the end of the day, game time was limited for him here. We're strong in that department, and the most important thing for players who we feel that game time is limited is to play football, and that was the case with Bobby Faulkner, Ben Close, Kyle Hurst.
Just with regard to the transfer window model, finally, before we move on to team news and Chesterfield and beyond, is it better that you have a window so on this particular date that's the squad? Or because some managers think, well, it was better when players could be bought and sold, or any time, I suppose, rather than within a fixed window period. What's your take on
it? It is what it is, really. I do believe that everyone's got their different take on it. For me, I wish the window would shut on the first day of the season and shut on the last day of January, really. For whatever reason, it carries on for another month, and this window carries on for another 3 or 4 days or whatever it may be. So it's just, everybody's different. That's the way I like it. For me, I know we like to get our business done early. We like to get players in for pre-season. I also think what it does is it gives agents a wee bit more of a G up to find a club for their players, you know, and you always find at the start of every season players wait and they tend to miss like 3-4 weeks of football, and then they're playing trying to catch up with the rest of the group who's had a full pre-season. And by the time that comes, a lot of managers just go, well, he's missed pre-season, so he's not part of, I don't think we can bring him in because he's going to take another 4 weeks to get up to speed. So my opinion, look, at selling clubs and things like that might think I'm talking rubbish, but for me as a manager, I think I'd speak for quite a few managers. I think once the season starts, I think the window should shut, and then you know exactly what you have until the January window. But that's just me, really, and I'm sure there's a few other managers think like me.
Moving on then, from the weekend, is everybody all right?
Yeah, everyone's good. No dramas at all. The players have trained well the last couple of days and ready to go again against Chesterfield, a team that I felt were really, really strong when they played us and deservedly beat us at our place, although we did have a little bit of a rally second half, and then we got Luke Molyneux sent off and then Tom Anderson late in the game, so we didn't really help ourselves with the discipline of our team at that time. But we've got another chance to put that right and hopefully carry on the form that we're on.
Good team, obviously a local rival, but you're in a good place right now, aren't you? Doncaster Rovers, you are racking up the wins very nicely. Yeah, we feel good, and we're in good form. We feel the boys are, enjoying being around each other in their company and training very well. Everybody chomping at the bit to play, which is always pleasing, because, like I've always said, it's never about the 11. It's about the boys underneath that 11 and how they feeling. And yeah, the atmosphere at the training ground is really, really good. Everyone's just looking forward to the next game, and we're looking forward to it. Hopefully we can go there and with the right game plan and hopefully give Chesterfield a good game and get another 3 points. So when the first meeting between you guys, Chesterfield, the story was back in the division, swashbuckling football. Let's see how they get on. What about now? I think it's fair to say Paul will say they've been a little bit up and down, haven't they? A little bit inconsistent. I think that tends to be maybe because I know they've picked up a few injuries and they're bringing new players in, and then they got injured and stuff like that, and it doesn't help. And I've been there. I know exactly how it feels when that happens. But yeah, we know they've got good individuals. They've got a good manager, good coaching staff. There's games we have watched them and they look scintillating. There's games when we watch them we think, well, we could beat them. So we don't know. What I do know is any team that is managed by Paul Cook is going to be a strong outfit. So we're well prepared. We're well drilled. We understand what we need to do. So we'll go there. Hopefully, give it our best shot and see if we can get another 3 points. And great with the ball. That's usually a hallmark of a Cook side, isn't it? They're very good in possession. Yeah, they've got good footballers, all through their team really, and particularly in midfield and Aldaker and Naylor and Dobra, people like that. Yeah, they're good players, really good players for the level. So we know what we're coming up against.